Yeah, this is a good way for the broadcast to start. It's just Tracy
Yeah.
putting on her eye makeup.
Well, I've
Whew.
got to make it look.
Well, this is fantastic. All of our peoples, Funk ain't going to be here. Amber ain't going to be here. Everybody else, there's a couple of people that said they would be here that aren't. So, hey, you know me. I could talk for all days. That is Tracy Yaste. I'm Sue Gandhi's Nuts. And this is the Big and Funky podcast for Thursday, December 16th. Yeah. If you
We
guys,
have just over a week until the premiere.
hey, and if while we're low on people today, if there's anybody that if you know some of the local or some of the the usual scumbags join in on the chat rooms, Vic Nasty or Brandon Bishop, and you want to get on, just let Tracy know in the comments, and we'll send you the StreamYard link so you can join us.
I will hook you up. We can see your face.
Yeah. Oh man. So I figured out that I've been doing this thing where I drink, but I don't get drunk, right?
Mhm.
So I drink
I've seen
2
you
beers.
drunk.
Well, I mean, I don't
On the show.
get drunk. Yeah, I get drunk for occasions, but like I drink at least 2 or probably 2 beers a day when I'm playing, about 2-3 beers a night. And I got to tell you, for my health, I'm fat as fuck.
Guess what?
So it's what?
We got another person.
Oh shit! Who that?
Well, you're about to find out. Hey, baby.
Oh,
how you doing?
Damn. This
I'm
is
good. How are y'all?
This is intimidating.
You're in a sandwich.
You're in the middle.
You know, I've thought about this moment.
I'm sure you have. I am sure you have.
Then again, let's be fair. There's not a lot of moments involving women that I know that I haven't thought of. So I'm pretty much the only difference between me and every other guy is I'll admit it.
Oh, Tracy, you look beautiful tonight.
She does look fantastic.
Thank
Her
you.
hair looks.
I figured out my lighting.
Yeah, her hair looks great, and the glasses
Didn't figure
aren't.
out the microphone, but yeah.
Yeah, the glasses aren't reflecting. You know, I do another. It's not a live or it's not a broadcasted thing, but I do like a Zoom chat thing, and I use just some JBL earbuds that you get from Walmart, the wireless, the Bluetooth ones. They're only like $30, and they work really good.
Well, I'll have to beg, borrow, or steal $30.
So you women are wily.
Christmas is coming.
No, you wily women. I got to tell you how I got hoodwinked by boobies.
What?
Hoodwinked by boobies.
So Monday night, I am playing at Puckers, and I am jamming. I'm in it. You know, like some nights I feed off the energy of the crowd, just like wrestling, just like
anybody, any performer. Yeah.
You know, if the crowd sucks, I'm still awesome, but not that awesome. But if the crowd is into it, and they were, and it was great, and money was flying into my tip jar, and probably about halfway through, I look at my tip jar and I see a couple 20s in there, and I'm like, yeah, I'm getting it tonight, babies. I said 2 Mondays ago, I made like $128 in tips, and then I'm averaging probably anywhere 80 to 120 on top of my very high base pay.
Like Willie Nelson high?
Yes, very high base pay.
Nice.
No, but so I'm sitting up there.
I love you.
Love you.
Sheena's the best. Seems like we've seen her in that bed before.
I'm actually on the couch this time.
Oh, you're on the couch? Well, anyway, so there's this attractive woman. She's probably about 35, 40 years old, and she's got it all put together in the right places. She's wearing a tight jeans and a red flannel, and she was saying some stuff kind of bullshitty through the night that I was just kind of like, okay, yeah, there's this girl's like an attention seeker or whatever. I didn't think much of it. Well, then during my last 3 songs, I'm getting it. I'm throwing out with Brick House. She's a brick pocket banana house, and this girl takes off the red flannel, and she's got a white tank top, no bra underneath. And for 40 years old, they stood up nicely. And
they were probably
you could see,
purchased that way.
No, they weren't. And you could, and she was sweating. So this white tank top, see through, 100% see through. So I'm up there singing,
She was a big booby.
And so what she did is she saunters over while she's dancing, gives like the little snake moves, and she walks up and she goes, "Come here." I was like, okay. And she just whispers to me, she goes, "Can you play a Prince song?" And she gets like real close. She's like, "Can you play a Prince song for me?" And I was like,
"Oh, baby, yeah, I can."
I was like, yeah, I can play a Prince song for you. And at that moment, what I didn't realize is she was reaching into my tip jar and grabbing a handful of money.
See, that's the problem.
All right.
With ladies who wear tank tops with no bra.
Yeah. Now, yeah. Well, yeah, it was a work.
She was all like, "Oh, that guy looks like a mark."
Yeah, it was a work. She worked me, and it worked. and to the point where the more I think about it, like I was like, I give her credit. She worked me. All right, yeah, all right. I fell right for it. I
see her though.
The way it's set up in there, it's the bar tables are high around me, and the dance floor is only like 20 feet by 10 feet. So there really nobody else could. There was like no way for people to see what she did. But then, so I started thinking, I was like, first of all, if she would have said, "Hey, I'm going to show you my boobs. Give me a handful of money in her tip jar," I'd have been like, "Yeah, all right." And or if she'd have just been like, "It's Christmas time coming up and I don't have a lot of money," I was like, "Hey, go take some money out of the tip jar." I'd have done that. But
you are that kind of guy.
The moral of the story is if you plan on shoplifting from me, let me see some boobs. I'll be all right with
it. Yeah. The same thing happened to me last weekend.
Somebody stole money out of your tip jar?
Which end were you?
All of the above. All of the above.
Somebody stole money out of your tip jar, so you flashed them.
Yeah. Got it right back.
Wait a minute, you drive a school bus.
You can tip jar on the school bus? That's genius.
I mean, honestly, if I look like Sheena, I would put a tip. I'd just walk around with a tip jar.
No.
I'd be a Dollar General. Hey, you looked at my butt. That'd be $5.
That's what my purse is. That's a tip jar.
It's true.
Actually, it's just a throw everything in it jar, and then like occasionally I'll dump it all out and be like, "Why the hell am I carrying around all this junk?"
But I will say, for a skinny chick, Tracy, you do got a pretty impressive butt for somebody as skinny as you are.
It's so flat right now. Like I'm working on it, but I gotta get it like nice and round. I want it to look when it's relaxed like it does when I'm flexing.
Well,
before we start filming Camp Smokey, because I know you're gonna be all like, "Camera on the butt."
My 14-year-old son does 50 squats a day. I think you can do 50 squats a day.
Wow.
My knees are struggling. I actually got
my son, not my niece. I don't have a niece.
The ortho clinic. I got a printout of what to do to make my knees not hurt anymore. So it's squats and wall sits.
Yeah, or heroin.
What?
Yeah. If you don't want your knees to hurt anymore, you can do heroin.
No.
Oh.
Can't nobody afford that?
Ain't nobody got time for that mess.
Apparently, apparently half of Sevier County can. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's gross and weird.
So for the last 2 years, I worked for this company where I was a restaurant manager. And they they also own the bar that I play music, the Puckers, where I play music at, which Puckers and the other restaurant I was working at had their Christmas parties today.
Did you get to play music at their Christmas party?
No, I'm on a podcast apparently because I wasn't invited. I didn't find out about them, and I'm like, I was kind of, I love getting invited to Christmas parties so I can say no. So I was like, no, I don't want to go stand.
What if right now at their Christmas party they've got our podcast up on the TVs?
No, Henry Bombad is playing, and that's the right move.
Oh, he got invited.
Yeah, he's playing their party. So
Oh, I
But
see.
yeah,
I
that's
see.
that's kind of when I found out. But all I can say is, if there's a choice between Big Luke and Henry Bombat for your musical entertainment, you go with Henry Bombat, because he plays stuff that like I play like stupid stuff, that you wouldn't expect out of a guy my size. I play a lot of Prince. I play Elvis. I play, I go all around the world with what I play. Henry can do the same thing, but he's also got like a drum machine that he plays, and then he by the time he's done with one song, he's looped it so much that it's a whole band playing. And he's an Asian dude, which is hilarious. And
why is that hilarious?
Because there's no Asian man alive that knows as many Elton John songs as this guy, and that's funny to me. And I love him and appreciate that, and I love him and respect that. But he also, he knows the songs that like millennials like, because he's a millennial. Like I don't know first thing about, people like, can you play the Maroon 5 so we can no. And then
like why would you want a dark red 5?
No, I mean,
like a black 6.
But what's great is I kind of like learn little parts of stuff. So people will be like, hey, can you play some Maroon 5? And I'm like, man, look at me. I'm wearing yellow Crocs. I'm 6'8". I'm 46 years old. Got this long beard. Do you think I could play some Maroon 5?
You should learn
yes, please.
You should learn one song and play it.
No, that's what
badly.
I'll do. No, that's what I do. I'll start playing Sugar, and people laugh their ass off. But I can't play. I mean, I can play the whole song, but I just can't. I can't keep up a falsetto voice. Won't you come? Yeah, I can't do it.
He's a high pitched singer. I mean,
no, Henry can do it though. Like, and what's hilarious is when Henry plays that song, he doesn't like playing it because it's hard to sing. But when he plays it, you could just hear panties drop through the whole place. Yeah. Sorry, Lord. I apologize to the Lord above, the Lord, the Lord top left. But no, I mean, it's true though. It's like as soon as he starts playing that song and he gets into it, every girl in the wherever we're playing is like,
turn it off.
No, if you saw it, you'd be like, because it's just something about it.
I don't know.
If you've ever seen Bloodsport, the movie from the 80s with Jean-Claude Van Damme, Henry looks like a mix between Elvis and Bolo Young, the Tiger Tong Po from Bloodsport. So it's like it's good look. He's a good, and when he sings it, it's just it even gets me a little. I'm at half mast.
TMI.
Oh,
see, every time you say something,
God doesn't want to hear about that.
I apologize to the Lord up above in the top left.
Check out Mount
Doom. Ouch.
I think it's funny. I think it's hilarious.
What'd you do?
Oh, I totally broke it. I was doing a stagehand gig, and I crushed it between two cases. It was total dumbass friggin' rookie mistake, but I mean that's what happens when my head's not in the game.
Goodness.
Yeah, it's okay. It doesn't hurt. I've got this little plastic condom for it that keeps me from banging it on stuff.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah.
You got to keep the stuff on your fingers so you don't finger bang. Anyway,
yeah.
Sheena.
Bang bang.
I see you have a few new videos of you beating the shit out of Ray on Instagram.
Oh man.
Not Ray.
Is that not Ray?
No.
I thought I saw a video of you beating the shit.
No, it was either Aaron Wade or Jaden Newman.
It could have been, yeah. I saw somebody on the ground and you stomped them.
You're beating the crap out of somebody.
It's on Instagram.
What? Huh?
What's crazy is, I have my custom vixens, my custom stuff, and then I've got my regular TikTok. My custom stuff, that one video has got like 34.k views.
Right.
But then I put on my regular one, same exact video, hashtags and everything, maybe 83 views.
Yeah.
It's like,
algorithms. Well, TikTok has just surpassed 1 billion active users. You got to think of 1 billion active users. So
whoa.
TikTok's the platform to be on. But Snapchat just started a new platform. I don't do Snapchat. I don't get it. I tried it. I didn't understand. I Snapchatted with Tracy. I was like, is this where I'm supposed to send you pictures of my nipples? I don't know what's going on here.
I'm so glad you didn't. Because I'd be like, you might want to contact.
No, it's weird because I split this nipple in a wrestling match.
What?
And so I've got like a long nipple because I split it. and when it healed, it's like, why? Am I giving away too much? My nipples are weird.
So back to Snapchat.
All right.
Well, no, Snapchat
Luke is
started.
not going topless in Camp Smokey. Got it.
There is a market out there for people probably that care about these things. The non-China owned platforms like TikTok is actually owned by the CCR. It's owned by Communist China, the government, and everything you put in there, they record and they own. And
so I heard that they actually also have access to your camera even when the app's not open, and they can look at whatever the hell you're looking at anytime you're like.
So
my brother freaked out when he heard that I had it on my phone. He was like, delete that right now. There's a
big push. Like I think Instagram has Reels, and that's doing really well. And you notice that Facebook has kind of taken over Instagram Reels, but Instagram on Facebook they show TikTok videos. And I have to tell everybody that produces videos on TikTok that you can do other songs in the background besides some little girl screaming, no, 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 whatever the hell that is. It just, oh no. Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no.
I was like, you could put another video behind or another song behind that. You don't have to keep using that same one. But yeah, so Snapchat's trying to start something up that it sounds like it could be a big deal. I know YouTube's doing something called YouTube Shorts.
Yeah.
But the thing about the one with Snapchat is they are paying they're paying people, their content providers. Yeah, and to the tune of they have a $200 million a year budget to pay their content providers.
The Snapchat?
On Snapchat, yeah. So that's something.
Okay, I'll talk to you later.
Because like YouTube sucks. Like we've been fighting the YouTube fight. It's like we'll get up to, first it was you have to get up to 500 followers to be, to monetize.
Yeah.
And then we got to 500. They're like, oh no, but you also have now that you're at 500, you have to have 10,000 listening hours a year. And we're like, okay, well we kind of have that, and that's kind of one of the reasons we do this podcast. It's 46 people watch it on YouTube. If 100 people watch it, it's 100 hours. But also we like to talk to our peeps, the big and funky fans. And but then we got to that, and they're like, well, now you have to have 1,000 followers. I'm like, oh fuck. And then we find out that the bare minimum, if you have because we were there, bare minimum 1,000 followers. We got the right amount of listen hours, and it paid like $3.
It seems like a whole lot of work for not a lot of payout.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, I do know some people that make their living off of YouTube. Brian Zane does Wrestling with Regret. Does very well, but he doesn't do Wrestling with Regrets. If you're a wrestling fan, that's you have to go subscribe to Wrestling with Regret right now. But it's also a full-time job. He does it 40 hours a week.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't, he's not just gets on and once a day and does a video. No, he's 40, 50 hours a week in, but I mean, he's making a lot of money because he's got something like 600,000 subscribers, maybe somewhere around there. But
I wouldn't even know what to do with myself if I had that many subscribers.
Right.
yeah.
I'd
But
be like,
the
who are all you people? Everybody send me $1. Let me hold $1.
but if Snapchat has this thing and they're paying their content providers, I have a feeling, Sheena, you could make some coin on there then if they're they're paying so people will come to their thing. So that might be something to look at. And you got to think about how much money they owe Travis just for dick pics. And we're talking thousands of dick pics that dude has sent. Oh, sorry, lower it up above to the left.
No, he's upset about Travis's dick pics because that shouldn't be a thing. See, I have a direct link to God. I've been praying a lot.
Well, at one time Travis was single, and he would spread his dick pics far and wide. He would spread his dick pics far and wide. He would cast a net.
He was fishing. Yeah.
Yes, it was. Oh, reel one in. Oh, she's fat. Oh. Yeah.
Sheena, what's new with you, baby?
I was waiting for Jesus.
It's not Jesus. It's Daddy.
Oh, it's the Lord himself.
Big Daddy. Big Daddy in the sky. Says no.
Kirby actually got me that audition.
Nice.
And I was in the process of getting everything, and then I was like, wait just a minute. I said, do you guys require the COVID shot? And they do. And I am not willing to take the shot, period. So that's a no-go.
Yeah, it's personal choice. Do what you do. I got the shot. Didn't do anything for me. It's just I didn't. Sick? No. But I'd had apparently with the antibody tests and everything I've had, and I never knew it.
Yeah.
So
I got the shot, and I got the second shot to finish up the fully vaccinated. I've not gotten the booster yet, and I still haven't caught COVID. Knock on wood.
Well, what's weird is you two are in the camp of people who wouldn't even or of that are like would 90% odds of you being asymptomatic because your body fat's so low and yeah. Oh, these studies, and I mean this was in the Lancet, was that the COVID attacks fat cells. That's where it lives. It lives in fat cells. It doesn't live in So if almost so many of the people that have got it, like an overwhelming, like 95% of people that have died from COVID had morbid obesity as one of their elements, and that's the next in line would be like asthma, and that's like down at like 10%. So
well, I caught it last year.
Oh goodness.
And it was right around Drew Game's funeral.
Yeah.
And I actually gave it to David Young. You know who David Young is?
Yeah, I do.
I felt so bad because I got it. I didn't have every symptom, but I got over it. David, it took him a month or more to get over it.
Right.
And I was like, dude, I am so sorry. I didn't even know I had it.
Yeah.
Or I wouldn't have touched anybody or anything. But I had no clue. But I haven't had it since, and I'm around 60 kids twice a day.
Well, and that's where the natural immunity and herd immunity camp comes into it, where you've had it. So they said, scientifically, if we want to follow science, you have better antibodies than a vaccine. So
okay, I haven't heard that.
Yeah.
But it makes sense, since I've not got it again.
It's like when you catch chickenpox.
Right, and you don't catch them again after the I did get.
Although I caught them twice.
Really?
I had chickenpox twice. It was super mild cases every time. I got the chickenpox, and I had like 3 or 4 little spots, and then I gave it to my little brother, and he had it everywhere. He was absolutely miserable. My mom painted him pink with the calamine. He was it was the pitifulest thing ever. She even took a picture of him like standing there on top of the toilet because he was so tiny. He was so little, and he was wearing just his underwear. And she took a picture of he's just covered. And then he gave it back to me, and I got like 3 more blisters.
Man.
Yeah, I got lucky.
Yeah,
And I feel so bad for giving
we
him.
we really are at the point where we got to let this COVID thing run its course.
Yeah.
Because the reason I got I got the vaccine was because it's like, well, it's not that I didn't want to get it, it's I didn't want to spread it. Well, that doesn't stop you from getting it or spreading it. So what's the point of the vaccine if it doesn't stop you from getting or spreading it?
Well, I think it's supposed to lower the probability.
No, it's allegedly lowers your sickness rate. Like, you won't be as sick if you get it. That's it. That's it. So what's the point of that?
I'd rather lay in bed for a couple days and be like, life sucks, then be on a ventilator for a month.
Yeah, it's just, and then, they're doing all this mask mandates and bringing all this stuff up for the Omicron variant that's out. And they're putting on, like Biden stopped travel from South Africa and everything. I want you to guess how many people have died from the Omicron variant worldwide.
This far, I have no idea.
Like,
oh,
okay.
One person has died of the Omicron variant. One.
Well,
and 75% of the cases in South Africa that are reported cases are from people that are fully vaccinated.
You said that was a long.
Well, it's to the point where I'm starting, I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist or anything like that. And but I'm never one. I question facts. I don't just question opinion. I question facts. And it seems to me that what's being presented as facts to us is not what's going on. And we're not here, people aren't hearing that one person has died of Omicron. One, but they put mask mandates back in. They put mask mandates all through New York. Everybody has to wear a mask in New York indoors now.
Well, that was the way it was when I was up there.
And they said because of Omicron, one person. And then there's
fear sells goods and services.
Yeah.
When people are afraid, they're more willing to spend money.
But I looked around and there literally is every place I looked at, because you put in simple things into your search engine, like, do masks work?
Hell, I'd say.
No,
just because it's on the internet doesn't make it true.
No, there's literally, you go through the CDC's own website and it says, not really.
Not really. Well, like when I get the flu shot, which has only been like twice in my adult life, I am down for a week.
Yeah.
I can't get the flu shot either.
So I'm scared of the shot. So that's basically why I won't get it.
When I worked for the government in Illinois, we had to get flu shots every year. And I got the flu all the time. I was sick all the time. I moved here, worked for the government in Tennessee, and they did not require flu shots. I haven't had a flu shot since 2001, and I haven't had the flu since 2001.
See, yep, because they put the flu in the shot.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's what it is. It's a little bit of the flu. Yeah, I don't know. I think everybody should have their own choice on what they do. It's it's just little things, and I don't want to get off a whole political thing, but like I
already did. Like
I did.
That ship sailed.
Sorry.
But, like I was floored when I turned on. I was flipping through the stations because they've been playing Christmas songs. I listen to the local Gatlinburg, Sevier County station all the time, and they're playing Christmas songs. And they were playing like horrible Christmas songs. I know, but they're playing like the worst Christmas songs. They're playing like Taylor Swift's Christmas songs. And I'm like,
oh, I heard that today. And I was like, what am I listening to?
So what I just hit the seek button because I'm not going to listen to country music radio. I think we've been through that. Ugh. And I stopped on the kind of the local talk, WOKI, the local talk radio show. And this is the first time I heard this, is that the Texas abortion ban that they're fighting in the Supreme Court, the Texan abortion ban, that's how it's always been presented, right? So you think Texas, it's illegal to get an abortion, right? Because the Texas abortion ban. It's illegal to get an abortion after 5 months. So
Are you
it's
sure
not
it was 5 months? Because when I was
no,
hearing
it's
the news, it was
it's
like
16.
5 weeks,
No, it's
which is way
16 weeks. It's 16 weeks.
Okay. Well, that's how it has been.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Wait a minute, how come I've never heard that?
No, I heard that it was like 5 weeks, which is way before most women even realize that they're pregnant.
No, it's 15 weeks, and the 16th week is when you can't do it at week 16.
Well, I mean, unless it's medically necessary, right?
Yeah, unless there's danger to the fetus or the woman. And I was like,
Mother.
weird. I've never heard that.
Oh.
No, I said it was a woman. Women have babies. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna. But yeah, I just weird some of the things you hear that you look around on Facebook and you don't hear that.
I had to explain to my son what an abortion was the other day.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
That's comfortable.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't hold nothing back when I explain things to him because he needs to learn, you know. I mean, he's 14, so
I kind of think where I really started getting interested in, because I kind of retain a lot of shit in this stupid head of mine, and politics is one that I've always tried to, like I'll flip on CNN and Fox for half an hour at a time and just watch the same thing from two angles. But I think it was the Kyle Rittenhouse trial where I'm watching the trial and going, wait a minute, what? This is not anything that we were told happened. Not, everything that we were told happened with this Kyle Rittenhouse kid, and that ain't what happened. And I was like, that's messed up. How this kid, first thing I thought was like, I'm sitting there watching this and I'm like, because I watched it on YouTube because I didn't want to watch it on Fox or CNN because they kept popping in with their opinions on shit. So I'm watching this on YouTube on C-SPAN, and I'm like, this kid is going to own CNN, NBC, all these. He's going to get mega $1 million payouts from the lies they told about this kid. I was like, oh,
is he though?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, look at that. That what? Oh no. What does he need? Baby wipes. Babe. You gotta clean it. You gotta clean that tuchus.
He just fell on the floor, embarrassed.
Yeah, y'all don't have babies. You don't have babies, right?
Yeah. I have no wipes. I'm sorry, dear.
It's been a few years since we've kept baby wipes in the house, darling.
I got butt wipes.
For the tuchus. Well, they got these things called dude wipes.
Yeah. I used to work for Dude Wipes.
Dude wipes are awesome, man. I'm a big fan of Dude Wipes.
They give care packages to service members and to homeless people.
Yeah.
Like they donate tons of those wipes, and they've got like shower wipes,
right? That
they will literally give like a bunch of packages of them to service members overseas, so they can.
No, but to go back to the thing is
Porcina.
To go back to the
sleepy baby.
To go back to the thing real quick about how much money this dude's going to make off of CNN and all these things. It was not allowed to tell you what Nick Sandmann got for his defamation lawsuits against CNN, the Washington Post, and all these things, but you can find what his net worth is, and it's over $400 million.
Oh heck! Wow. Well, shoot, I got a defamation case that I could probably bring.
Well, the news,
I wouldn't make $400 million off of it.
The news organizations really need to start remembering that people aren't public figures. Kyle Rittenhouse is not a public figure. Nick Sandmann wasn't a public figure.
They don't need to be lying about people in the first place.
Yeah, when you start lying about people that aren't public figures, they're going to own you.
Just don't lie about anybody. Don't lie. I mean, the world is so much better when people just don't lie.
Well, let's when I was a police officer. You can't even
argue with that. Be quiet.
No, when I was a police officer, I was if something I did was in the newspaper, like it was funny reading things completely wrong in the newspaper. I'm like, wait a minute, how did you get it it's just that wrong. You read my report and got it. You know, that's how they got their news articles, is they read the police report. And I'm like, none of that is in the police report. What do you? And then I realized, like, if you Google like Luke Walker, Gatlinburg Police, you will never find me. I was other officer on scene. And the reason I was other officer on scene is because when I got hired, I took the place of a guy named Rob Walker, who raped a girl in his police car.
What an asshole.
So I wasn't even allowed to wear my name tag for about 8 years because it said Walker on it.
Yeah.
But
they should put L Walker.
But no,
and then everybody could be like, is your middle name Sky?
What I finally learned is that the police departments in the area and the newspaper have a deal where they don't want to put the bad shit in the newspaper because it hurts tourism.
Yeah.
Dude, make your TV stop flashing.
I don't know.
I'm going to have like a seizure or something. It's all like flickery.
Usually it has nice colors on it. I don't know. How do you fucking turn this TV off? Oh, so I watched Lost in Space.
You don't know how to turn your own TV off?
No, I never turn it off.
I think this might be a problem.
We're talking about Luke here.
If y'all watch on Netflix, Lost in Space, the third season just came out and it was fucking good.
Nice.
It was the final. It was the final season and it was satisfying.
Ooh.
It was very satisfying. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on TV that I'm really enjoying. Hawkeye is kicking ass. It's only got one season left. Oh, I will just say there was a big reveal this week. And
I'm waiting to get to see it with my kids.
And if you were a fan of the Netflix series, like Daredevil and Luke Cage and all those, they finally wrapped together.
Sweet.
Yes.
Nice. Dude, so when I was in New York City, I was walking through Hell's Kitchen and I like messaged my friend Trey. I was sending him messages and I was like, dude, I'm walking through Hell's Kitchen. I have not seen Daredevil yet or Luke Cage, but I'm keeping my eyes open.
Well, Luke Cage Luke Cage was up in Harlem. But Spider-Man is in Hell's Kitchen.
I didn't see Spider-Man either.
And
he was very far from home.
Or in Hawkeye. Hawkeye takes place in Hell's Kitchen.
Oh, snap. Yeah, I was disappointed with the Starbucks there in Hell's Kitchen because they didn't have my sausage classic sandwiches. They gave me like some impossible breakfast sandwich and it was gross.
I thought this was
impossibly not meat. And
I always thought this was a joke, and I think it was one of those redneck comedians like Ron White or Bill Engvall or something that said that, was talking about a Starbucks across the street from a Starbucks. And when we went up to Philadelphia for Wrestling with Ghosts, there was Starbucks across the street from Starbucks.
That's fantastic.
I was like,
do that.
But the amount
I would have totally taken a panoramic and been like, oh, look.
Yeah, the amount of Dunkin' Donuts up there is honestly scary.
I love Dunkin'.
Yeah, if you just put Dunkin' into Google Maps up there, it's just like you can't see the map.
Is pink.
Yeah, you can't see the map. I was like, and Dunkin' Donuts is like the worst damn donut place in America. And
there's shit. Half of America. Like everybody from above the Mason-Dixon line. Now they're pissed at you.
That's fine. Because
we just lost $1 million.
That's fine because it's like people in the South that think like, hey man, what's your favorite pizza? Oh well, Papa John's. Papa John's ain't pizza. Dunkin' Donuts is shit. Papa John's is shit.
Well, then who's your favorite pizza then?
Oh, let's see. Papa's in Woodridge, Illinois, Coop's in Hayward. You get a major chain pizza place. That's fast food pizza. That's like saying your favorite hamburger is McDonald's.
McDonald's is actually food-like products and not actual food.
Food-ish.
It's been proven in court.
It's
food-like products.
Of course it is.
Washed with ammonia nitrate.
It's so gross. So gross. I can't believe I used to feed my kids that before I knew better. When you know better, you do better.
I eat a Big Mac about every 3 months to remind me why I don't eat Big Macs.
Once in a great while, I'll be like, I want nuggies.
And then you find out that those chicken nuggets are nowhere near any of the actual meat. That's all just byproduct.
And then my gut will be like, I can't digest this. It's just going to sit in your intestines for the next 2 months. And then I'm like,
Though you got to look at the argument where people are like, oh,
that is like, ew.
those chicken nuggets, man, they're made with byproducts and stuff. And then you're like, well, but regular chicken, you're eating muscle. You're still eating parts of an animal. What's the difference? What part it is, you know? I mean, have you ever had sheep or lamb testicles?
I have not.
Sheena? You've never eaten fried testicles? Oh, they're fucking delicious.
I've had snake and squirrel and frog. That's it.
Yeah, I wasn't impressed with snake. The worst is that people like alligator tail is horrible. Why would you eat that? But no, I had.
You don't like the gators?
I was in Montana. I was in Montana. I had buttered and garlicked Rocky Mountain oysters, and that's sheep testicles. Oh, the fuck were they delicious?
Okay.
Interesting. You ate nuts. Do you want to unpack that?
No.
What does that say about your sexual orientation? Did you enjoy that? Did it give you pleasure?
Well, see, what made it weird is that I tongued them first. I was like, oh, no.
Oh, yes, as one does, as one should. Did you suck on it a little bit too?
Yeah. Well, no, I didn't actually put it in my mouth like.
God's mad at me now.
Like I didn't just throw them in my mouth. I like sucked them. I was like.
Oh, you're so gross.
Okay, sorry. I was imagining for a second there, like you sucked it in your mouth and then it got stuck in your throat, and then somebody had to beat you in the back to dislodge the nut from the back of your throat.
That scene from Mrs. Doubtfire. Yeah.
Give me the Heine Lick maneuver.
Oh my goodness. So we've got a movie premiering.
Hold on. Got a joke. I got an old joke that for some reason that came to my mind. So a pirate walks into a bar with a steering wheel stuffed in his pants. Oh God. And the bartender looks at the pirate and says,
"What kind of steering wheel? Is it like a go-kart steering wheel?
No, it's a Honda. It's for a Honda. It's for a Honda car." Okay. And the bartender looks at him and says, "Excuse me, Mr. Pirate, why do you have a steering wheel in the front of your pants?" And the pirate looks at him and goes, "Arr, it's driving me nuts."
And your legs and your brain don't do that well enough for you. Got it. That's a dumb pirate. It's a very dumb pirate.
So, we've got the premiere of WJHC in a little more than a week.
Yeah.
At the theater, place.
The Forge Theater.
Forge Theater. And then when that is over with, Big Luke and Big Mike, his son, my son, begin the carnivore diet because I am to lose 75 pounds for Camp Smokey.
Seriously?
Yeah, I did that. It was said last time I did carnivore diet, I lost 120 in 3 months.
That does not sound safe.
Oh, 100% safe, dude. You will never feel better in your life. You get lean. It's like somebody told me you got to be careful with that. We are not designed to eat vegetables. We're definitely not designed to eat sugar. Our digestive system, our teeth, everything. We are designed to eat meat, protein. We're not designed to eat carbohydrates or sugars. We're designed to eat protein. And when you eat nothing but protein, your body feels so fucking good. Your blood is flowing. I mean, your veins, I've got pictures after 3-4 months on the carnivore. I dropped so much weight and my skin wasn't sagging and I had veins everywhere. It was crazy how good I felt. My knees didn't hurt. I slept for
exercise with it.
I did cardio 3 days a week or 4 days a week, and then lifted basketball weights, light weights, high reps 3 times a week. Mm-hmm. But 3 or 4 months, and he said never felt better in my life. The only thing that sucks is, and I should have stayed on it, but I went septic and died.
Yeah.
But I should not
die again.
But that had nothing to do with carnivore diet. That had to do with how most people go septic.
Yeah.
Is UTIs. Is urinary tract infections and kidney stones is what makes most people go septic. Mm-hmm. That's what happened to me. I was lifting this heavy ass umbrella and I just lifting it, and all of a sudden I coughed, and I just usually it takes about a day to pass a kidney stone. That motherfucker just went boo, and was like, oh, I was laughing. It hurt so bad, and I went to the bathroom and I was like, oh man. And then I noticed there's blood all over the front of my pants. I was like, oh, this is bad. 6 hours later, I was septic.
Wow.
But 6 hours.
Yeah, nothing to do with the carnivore diet. That was just, but no, you don't realize how much sugar sucks until you stop eating it, and then you go through sugar withdrawals, and you're like, you realize how much of a drug sugar is, and then once the withdrawals are over after about 4 days, you realize how good your life is without it.
I have a hard time drinking soda now because I've been so long off of it.
Yeah, I dig these carbonated flavored waters, the sugar-free stuff. That's what I'm big on. Like, you get them the Walmart brand is actually the best because they got like key lime pie and like Tracy drinks so much water. Tracy drinks so much water that if you like look at her really fast, she'll piss her pants.
I will not. I hold my water very well, thank you.
A gallon a day is usually what adults need to drink.
Yeah. Well, and it's also, that's designed on your body weight or your body size. I'm supposed to drink 2 gallons a day.
Well, yeah.
Which if you
are
count,
like twice my size.
Which if you count, I'm probably 3 times your size. You're what, 110 pounds?
107 right now.
Yeah, I'm almost exactly 3 times your size.
Well, I feel fat now.
Yeah, I'm way underweight. I'm like literally I'm like 30 pounds underweight. I'm trying, but it's like,
Sheena, don't feel overweight. There's not a single person that looks at you and doesn't go, God damn. All right, so
no.
Yeah, every picture that you post, I'm hard pressed not to post a comment that says that ass though.
Do it. Okay. I love it. It's my meat maker, baby.
Well, that's what I was telling this lesbian I know that I won't say how I know her, where I know her from. She went to her first strip club, and she said she was like, I know big girls were all over me and they didn't want money from me. Blah, 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 blah. I don't understand why. I was like, okay, the same. No, it's because the more when a stripper is with a girl, every dude in the strip club is,
yeah, of course, yeah.
And that she's going to make 3 times as much money that night. It's the same thing with comments on Facebook. Sheena, you want those comments on Facebook? You're going to get those comments on Facebook. All right. Because it boosts your algorithm. You want, if you're trying to sell a product, you want your algorithm boosted. So
Vinnie says everybody on our show is too hot. He can comment on the Facebook, but he can't be on the show.
Well, I sent him over 3 songs. And with one of them, he has to do like a modulation trick, and it's not going to be easy.
He could do that while he's on the show.
No,
so is he editing right now?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's
got to get. That's why he's not on.
Well, I told him it would have been easier for me to try to record the song and modulate it while I was recording it, but because it's going to be real difficult to do it in camera or in editing. But then it would also be real difficult for him to line up the button turns with where I've done it and stuff. Yeah. If you guys, I put the songs in the group chat and they're so stupid. The problem.
I was like, that's so cheesy. I love
it. The problem is one of them is so fucking catchy that I haven't stopped singing it since I recorded. I'm like walking around the house going, oh, Jesus music. I'm at,
I like.
Well, that song's actually a throwback because if you ever watch, we did the stupid idea we had where we did a review where we'd watch. It's called Big and Funky Present, and it was old movies like old Dawn of the Dead and Santa versus the Aliens and stuff like that. And we would insert.
Candace who says that she loves you so much.
Sheena or me?
No, you, Luke.
Me?
She says love you so much. Big Luke Walker.
How you doing? Yeah. Anyway, But so no, we did like inserts into the movies with skits where we did it with paper puppets. And if you ever, I think it's on YouTube, and if you ever see those skits, in the background, there's music playing, and that music is Jesus music. Doom, doom, doom. And every song that I sing, the chorus is always Jesus music, but then the chorus has something to do with, like, if we're riding in a car, Jesus music in the car, or Jesus music at Santa's workshop. It's just. So that song's kind of a big and funky Easter egg, which this movie is going to be so full of Easter eggs that nobody's going to understand. But then one day they'll be like, these guys are pretty funny. I'll just watch their YouTube channel. And then they'll watch some of our skits and go, oh.
I'll watch their whole back catalog. Oh my goodness. This is actually pretty deep.
Dude, I have people that I play when I'm playing music, they'll be on vacation and they'll come in and see me on a Monday. And they'll be like, oh, man, you're awesome. You got YouTube and blah, blah, blah. And then they'll come back Wednesday and they'll be like, dude, I watched everything.
That's great.
And apparently the overwhelming favorite is racist peanut butter cups.
Really?
Yeah. People love the racist peanut butter cups commercial.
All right. Guess what?
What?
I'm almost at 3 weeks without the vape.
Oh, look at you. I'm so proud.
Yeah. Oh, you should be proud. You should quit too.
No. I'll quit when the Lord wills it. Damn it, God.
Oh, you're silly.
Well, see, I figure I don't have to quit that anytime soon because I didn't start until I was like 25. So, like most people start when they're like 13. So I'm
that
way
means
ahead
you've been
of people.
smoking for over 20 years.
Shut up. Nobody has
20 years of putting toxins and poisons in your lungs, man. That's like slow motion suicide.
Yeah. Says a lot of people tell me that while they're drinking Mountain Dew. You should quit smoking cigarettes. And I'm like, all right, well, you should quit being stupid. Leave me alone. And also, it helps my singing voice.
It does not help your breath support, though.
Helps my singing voice.
I fell into that, and that's a big part of the reason why I quit.
I make money with. So what's Candace's last name? Huh?
Denault.
Oh, Candy. Oh, I love Candy. She's the best.
But she loves you too.
Yeah, she used to do.
Capital B-I-G.
You want to talk about the money maker? That girl, when I was the bouncer over at Hogs, that's not there anymore, right above Puckers.
You're going on a tangent. Just I love Candace, and then go on because we have a premiere to pitch.
Well, see, you're wasting time. And you could dance on the bar at Hogs, and Candy would get up there and do some of those line dances and stuff on the bar, and those bartenders would make so much money from her.
Like she was giving them money?
No, just the fact that she was on the bar dancing. All the guys in the place were like, "Oh, look at that booty," and throwing money. So, but Candy's a sweetheart.
That's cool.
So anyway, the premiere of the movie WJHC-AM, and it's just to clear it up. It's not the final cut of the movie. No. For Amazon, we have to cut about 20 minutes out of it, of what Vinnie has now, and that we're going to call the big and funky cut, which is like the director's cut. It's the full actual movie.
Mm-hmm.
But for Amazon, we got to cut out 20 minutes. But when we go tour the movies, when we go around and tour them in theaters, you're going to see the director's cuts of The Hike and WJHC. You're not going to see the version you've already seen. So I also think that's a little added bonus.
Yeah.
And if you're coming out to see us at movie theaters in Arkansas and Ohio and places like that, then you know who we are. So you're going to want more of us because you were sexy.
Maybe.
I am so nervous to see myself on screen.
Oh, Sheena, didn't you see some of the dailies? You look so amazing.
You always put me over. Thank you.
No, but you're worth it. You deserve it. You should be put over. Same with Tracy. there's shit that Tracy's doing in these dailies that isn't funny, and I'm laughing my ass off. Just your face, because she'll just get a
dude. It was like I was channeling this bitter old woman that's hugely pregnant and like has just had this awful life, and I just made my face do that.
But it was so. I mean, there was, and that's what Vinnie said he has a problem with the two people that have watched this movie so far. Is where he's at is that he's like, there's parts of the movie that aren't supposed to be funny that is getting laughs. I was like, that's just because the people are so good in it.
Oh, the clip that Vinnie shared that in the group chat, there was a spoiler. I showed it to my mom, and I know I wasn't supposed to, but I did. And she was like, "Oh, what happened? Oh no! Oh, and a lot of drugs this morning. Oh my! It was so freaking cute. I love my mom, but she was like laughing and like crying at the same time. It was so funny.
It's kind of the problem with making movies with people you adore and you love, is that like their death scenes kind of hurt after. Like I hated myself for killing Vinnie. I'm watching The Hike. I'm like, oh, you motherfucker. Oh, that's me. That's shit. I mean, that literally broke my heart. And then Candy selling it was just, I mean, that was a very heartbreaking scene. You know,
she did good.
Yeah. And but yeah, and then what's really weird is, I know Kirby's probably not listening. I didn't know Kirby that well when she filmed her scene at the beginning of The Hike, but now like I see her and I'm like, oh, I saw your boobs. It's really awkward now. You try to have a nice conversation with her and you're like, because it's different if somebody wants you to see their boobs versus you've just seen their boobs. You know, there's a difference there.
It was for a thought, though.
I know, but it's still it's
like
taking
half the woman that she was. She's lost a lot of weight.
It's taking Luke Walker and the director and combining them, and it's awkward. Because like I said, if somebody willingly shows me their boobs, I'm like, yeah, all right, we could talk about this. This is hilarious. If somebody shows me their boobs for a role, I'm like, okay, but we can't talk about this, but I've seen them. This is really awkward.
Well, you're just awkward in general, really.
I am. I really am awkward. I talk a lot of shit, but if I get called on it, I don't know what to do. You're like, yeah. Yeah, then Asperger's Luke kicks in. I'm like, hi everybody. This is I'm gonna walk this way now.
I'm the director. I have a camera.
Well, Sheena, go ahead and give us some plugs. Where you gonna be?
No,
what are you gonna be doing?
What you got doing? Nowhere.
No, like home? Seriously. Yeah.
Doing Christmas?
Yeah, I'll be home for Christmas. I have customs to shoot February 5th. I'm gonna wait till the 5th of February. Because I tried to have some this coming Saturday. Only got one order, and I think it's just because Christmas is coming up. So
yeah, no, and yeah, it's a weird season for that because people are spending all their extra pocket change on presents and shit.
Pocket change,
you know.
Yeah. I mean, I've got Ego too.
Yeah, you got Ego Pro coming up.
That's what show I'm doing.
What's your Instagram?
Sheena Lene 73.
Okay. All right. I have me and Funkmaster V. Before the on Christmas night, we'll be wrestling in Alcoa, Tennessee for ETCW. I was their first heavyweight champion. Vinnie was their second, which means he beat me for the belt. And we are facing two former heavyweight champions. So that's going to be a fun match. And also two of our favorite guys in the business. And that's Mick O'Malley and Scott Sausage. Savage.
But I was going to say that's an unfortunate name.
But it's weird because you got Vinnie and 3 ex-cops in the ring. And then
I hope nobody plants a bag on him.
Yeah, that'll be Christmas, and then 3 or 4 days later is the premiere of WJHC, and then we crawl into a shell. I've got music Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 to 9 at Puckers. Sundays at Shamrocks if the weather's nice. If not, I'm not going to be there. And now, when there's not a playoff or an NFL game on Saturdays, which there's only the first week of playoffs, they do NFL on Saturdays now. You will also see Big Luke at Puckers on Saturdays.
Wow.
Ching. Come hang out. None of my friends ever come to see me, so.
I came to see you on Halloween.
Well, I would if I lived closer.
Well, move closer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. It's so easy.
Can
just fix it.
Can we chat on here? Can I type in here at all, or?
Yeah.
Like
nobody will see. Nobody will see. Just go to like YouTube. It won't show from if you put it in the chat from here, but if you go to YouTube or the Facebook, you can put it in the links that way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think only
like a piece of paper that has all my information on it.
Yeah,
that's not a bad idea, actually.
Like whenever Sheena promote, and I'll be like,
And Tracy's got a book coming out that's about presidential runs. It's called Hillary's Clit or something like that.
No, I don't. I do not. That is a lie. Don't lie about people. Not cool.
Not cool. Jesus.
Now,
So,
I got a whole bunch of projects, but they're all like in baby stages right now. So they're not quite ready to like be introduced to the world.
Okay. Well, ladies, it's been fun. We're past the 9 o'clock hour, and I want to go to sleep. Today's been a day that I've laid down. I've laid down to take my nap because what I do is I get home about 10 o'clock, finally wind down, go to bed about midnight, have to be up at 6 to take my son to school. And so then I come home from that and I take a nap. Well, I've laid down 3 times to take that nap today, and every time, as soon as my eyes close, phone rings. Motherfuckers. So
there's this thing called silent.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't know if the school's going to call, Well,
you can set certain numbers to where only certain numbers will actually ring through.
Yeah.
I can help you with that.
Who the fuck are you talking to?
I know, honey. I know you struggle with these things, but I can help you.
It took me 2 weeks to get Venmo set up. All right, and apparently all you have to do is put your credit card in. So all right. Oh yeah, and Venmo if you want to give me a nice tip. Hey, at Big Luke Walker, and I got to go. I'll talk to you ladies later.
Okay.
Love y'all.
Good night, guys.
Oh gracious, and we're still live. It's just all mine. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna stop now. But that was fun.